Hi guys, welcome back to Fernbus with Basic Economy, where we ended up in Freiburg and we're now going to try and do the return route. I just attempted to do it, but Fernbus crashed completely on me and I had to control out delete and end task to get out of it. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. That's the first time that's ever happened to me, I think. So going to start again and let's hope it works, but it might mean that we have to start from the depot because I think it might have put us there because I had to start from the main menu basically. So anyway, we'll see. We can but hope. So we are in Freiburg and we need to go to Constance and back to München. Okay, 477 kilometers. So Freiburg to München is 477 kilometers. Okay, we're also going to need Freiburg to Constance, and we're going to need Constance to München. Okay, let's just check the distance. Freiburg to Constance is 175, which means that one must be 302. Okay, ticket rates will be the same as before. So the full route was 45.49 and 52.99. That one will be 24.99 and 29.99, and the other one is 29.99 and 34.75. Okay, so we'll set up the route itself, which is Freiburg to München via Constance. Okay, time is, for the full route, 5 hours 44. Better. 5 hours 44 and 477 kilometres. Right, 24.99, 29.99, 34.75, 45.49 and 52.99. Okay, that's done. So in here, route 20 should pull in those ticket rates. Yep, they're there, that's fine. So we could have 24.99 if they've pre-booked their ticket to Constance, or 29.99 if they buy it, or if they're going all the way to München, it'll be either 45.49 or 52.99. So that's the potentials we're going to have at this first stop. Okay, now as I say, we might be starting from Freiburg depot because it made me start from the main menu. So let's see what it does. It does look a bit that way. Not sure why it did that, gotta say. Doesn't normally do that to me. There was a bit of an issue with the AI. It seemed to have got into a gridlock, but shouldn't cause it to crash. Maybe it's a one-off, we'll see. Let's wait for it to load. And yep, we're at the depot I thought we would be. It was unavoidable. Okay, get the doors shut. Alright, let's just check on the map that we are at Freiburg depot. Yes, we are. That's okay. Just wanted to make sure it put us at the right place. Okay, 20 München via Constance. That looks fine. Okay. This depot's a bit different, to say the least. Okay. Still quite warm. Now I'm going to have to put all the clearances on. Okay, that should do us. We should be ready to go. Program crashing was unfortunate. Now means I've got a full tank of petrol again, but nothing I can do about that. Oh, there's a gate. We need to drive up to the gate to get it to open. Looks like the AI is moving at the moment. Cars going by, so it doesn't look like it's got itself gridlocked again at the minute. Oh, we look pretty clear of traffic, so... Oh, no, it looks a bit gridlocked here. This might be where the problem was. But it's a traffic light, so one would hope it'll resolve itself. Yeah, they're starting to move. I don't know why these guys are moving though, because our light's on red. So that's a bit curious. So I don't think he's helping the situation really, getting stuck halfway around the junction. The only thing that will help the situation is if their light goes red now, we should be able to get round here. So I think it is resolving itself there. There's another traffic light here. It's what happens when you put two traffic lights too close together. They can cause gridlock if you're not careful. That's why city designers never put traffic lights too close together. You ever play City Skylines, it's a good trick not to put traffic lights too close together, because that's what happens. You end up with a major gridlock if you're not careful. And City Skylines is bad enough for traffic at any time. Okay. So hopefully we'll get some passengers soon. I was literally turning a corner and it just stopped completely and crashed. Which, as I say, is extremely unusual. But with a bit of luck, we're going to be alright this time. Let's hope so. Don't think I logged into the phone, did I? Let's log into the phone, that would be a good idea. Should be a rest stop after Constance. Yep. It looks like there's 12 people waiting for us. 12 pre-booked ones. There might be some we want to buy tickets on top of that. I'm pretty sure it only knows about the pre-booked ones, so which makes sense by the very nature that they're pre-booked. I can't really say if traffic in Constance is higher because it's Friday, because I've not been to Constance before, so I've got nothing to compare it with. But interesting that there seems to be a fair bit of traffic around and a fair bit of gridlock going on when I've set this to system date, which is today, which is Friday. So whether that is contributing, I don't know. Ugh. Need to move out here, we've got to go left up here. just hope we can get out of Constance alright once we've picked up our passengers. Need to get there and pick up the passengers first. I could really do with that guy moving. Are you not going to go? You going to let me go? I assume you're going to let me go. Please don't decide to go when I'm halfway across. Okay, got away with that. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we'll do the usual, checking the prepaid ones first. Okay, let's start here. Okay, 1 to Constance. 2 to Constance. To Anna, yep. Okay, 2 and 1, Daria. 2 and 2, Brian. 2 and 3, Tamina. Yep. 2 and 4, Taha. 3 and 4, Alicia. You're on there, so okay. 3 and 5, Nico. Look at this guy. 3 and 6, Nathaniel. 4 and 6, Helen. 4 and 7, Betty. She was right at the bottom. Yep. 4 and 7 on Lawrence. Where were you going? Munchen, so it's 4 and 8. Okay. So we have got 4 people who had those tickets. 8 people had those. Right, there's one person wanting to buy a ticket by the look of it. Hello? Yep. No, Karlsruhe we're not going to. Yep. Sorry, madam. We've got the wrong bus, love. Okay. So there weren't any of those, and there weren't any of that, which there can't be, but we could need to add in some 29.99s at the next stop. In fact, we almost certainly will, because that's a prepaid rate. Okay, skip forward time, start the ride, and hope it doesn't crash this time. Seems to be some movement down there. Yeah, traffic seems to be moving a bit. Question is, can we get out? That's going to be the big question. There's only a couple of cars here. If they go by, I can get out behind them, hopefully. This gold coloured one, if he gets past me, I can get out behind him. Go on, mate. Keep going. Go on. That's it. Nicely done. Does look like a bit of a pickle here, though, gotta say. I'm not too concerned if there's movement. It's if they sit still for absolutely ages and nothing's moving, then you've got a real problem. They look like they're going to try and move, don't they? I complain about traffic lights, but they do control the traffic, because where it's just to give way like this, it's a little bit chaotic at times. There's a red traffic light up there, that's what's causing the hold up. Hopefully I've got out far enough that that lorry to our right will wait when the time comes. If those lights change, that's what we need. Till those lights change, nothing's going to happen. There they go. Right, come on people. Okay, we got across there, so that's something. Quite a bit of traffic. Not too worried about time. Will be if it takes us forever to get out of Constance, but out of Freiburg, sorry, but at the moment we appear to be stuck at a red traffic light and we can do nothing. What we need is this light to change, which it's doing now, and for us to get across on this change. That's what we need. Come on guys. Oh, go on, keep going. Get round there, man. Well done. Right, I can get across there. Okay. Could be the worst of it over. Traffic light again. At least we're making progress. It looks like we're getting out of Freiburg slowly. It's taken us about 6 minutes to go absolutely nowhere though. She's not that great. Minor understatement. Still got an hour and 49 minutes to do 170 kilometres. Might be alright. Even if it's not, we might be able to get time back after Constance anyway. Hopefully. These lights are very much against us at the moment. There's nothing we can do about it, so we've got no choice but to sit here and wait. At least the AI isn't completely gridlocked, everything's moving, so we should get going eventually. Okay. Success. This light's actually green. Surprising though that may seem. Actually got a green light. Is there another traffic light here? Wow, they've got a lot of traffic lights. Would have hoped by now we were out of the city, but clearly not. Should be the last one, I would have thought. leaving Freiburg now. So we're going to start making a bit more progress now, with a bit of luck. And of course, there's another traffic light. And of course, it's on red. We ain't had a lot of luck with traffic lights, so you got to say. It's now taken us 20 minutes of game time to go not very far at all. It's not like we're just stuck in a traffic jam, it's the traffic lights. Thing is, when you sit at these traffic lights, it seems like it's only a few seconds, so it doesn't seem too bad. But of course, the game time, it's a lot more. So it can eat into your timetable a bit. At least that one's green, that's something. Got across there before it changed. Bit of an uphill section. Okay, we're doing better now. Okay, should be able to get our foot down a bit now, hopefully. That's the key thing is we didn't have any collisions with anything. I mean, it all resolved itself. We got through it. Just used quite a lot of time doing it. I still think we could be alright for time even at Constance, but even if we're late at Constance we can make it up between there and München hopefully. Don't forget, it's only the end of the route you need to be worried about being late by. Being late at an intermediate stop is, for as far as the spreadsheet goes, is not a problem. It might be a bit of a problem for the passengers, but we're never that late. I mean, sometimes a few minutes. It's not like we're an hour late. I mean, we're not, ever. So it's interesting, the passengers always say they're amazed that we're early, but they never actually complain if you're late, which is quite surprising. I just thought they'd moan their little heads off. Maybe you have to be quite late before they start really complaining. And as I say, we've only been a few minutes late. If you were half an hour late, they might be moaning. In my experience, bus passengers don't like being late very much. But then who does really, I suppose. The view is they pay for a service and they expect to be on time, but sometimes you're not and it's nobody's fault. It's just one of them things. Farm to our right there, possibly. Looks like it. It's like grain silos or something. No cows. Not a cow farm. very much in the countryside now. That didn't take long getting out of Freiburg, and you're very quickly into countryside. Another farm to our right, I think. Do what I can not to lose too much time. At least at the moment it's dry. Shouldn't say that, it'll start raining any second. At the moment it's beautiful sunshine, looks like a nice day. It does change very quickly. I think by the look of the sat nav we've got to be up that road there where that tanker's just going, so we've got to go left and go round a loop, I think, to get up onto that road up there. I think that's what's going to be happening. Let's have a look and see. I think that's what we've got to do. Yeah, it sort of looks that way, doesn't it? So this is going to bring us round and up and onto the motorway. Yeah, we should be able to progress a bit better now. Somebody's had a problem on the other side of the road. Seem to have been quite fortunate where the AI, there's been crashes or whatever, they always seem to have been on the other side of the road at the moment, which is very good fortune, to be honest. Oh. Fairly short set of roadworks. I'm pretty sure that sat nav says 80, but not to worry, it doesn't really matter that much. Back in 100 now anyway. Are we going to do this? We could do this, we could be on time anyway. Doesn't look beyond the realms of possibility at the moment. 50 odd kilometres to go. Constance is straight on. Just going to move out a lane to make sure I can not get stuck on in that lane and not be able to get out here, because I think I need to be out here somewhere. Bunchen is off that way, but we've got to go Constance first, so we've got to go down here. It's an 80 limit and I'm doing roughly 80, so I just need to be a bit careful I'm not speeding. We're around about half an hour to do 38 kilometres, so we possibly could do that. I don't see why not. Ooh, what are you doing? Don't come all the way over, mate. Oh, there's the lake again. There's Constance in the distance. There's a lane ending here, and that's where the AI sometimes has a few issues. Like that. Ugh. One guy trying to change lane brought the entire traffic to a sudden stop, which is a bit peculiar. Why couldn't he just have pulled across? He didn't really need to stop. But there you go. Anyway, that's the end of the motorway. And I think it was this fairly sort of major seeming road straight into Constance, if I remember rightly. Just keeping an eye on my mirror and the AI. Seems to have coped to right now. Okay, so this is Constance. Which I remember was quite pretty. Play Omsi, the bane of your life tends to be the taxis. In this, it tends to be the speedy couriers. They're the ones who cause me the most issues. And the vans. Those brown coloured vans, like there's one over there, they can be a bit. In fact, there's two. There's one further forward. One right at the front there. There he goes. They can be a problem sometimes as well. But the speedy couriers are definitely the worst, I would say, in my experience anyway. Though one of the customers doesn't think much of taxi drivers, because if you have a crash sometimes, she says, I know taxi drivers who drive better than you do, implying she doesn't think a lot about taxi drivers drive. saying driving for a living is not as easy as people think it is. I'm sure taxi drivers have quite a hard time at times. I know sometimes they have a hard time making money, but it must sometimes be frustrating on the roads, I would have thought. I'd imagine quite stressful. So what's the time? We've got 6 minutes to do 5 kilometres. Do the lights change really? 5 minutes now. We're going to be slightly late arriving at Constance, but not a lot. Hopefully get it back by the time we get to München. Okay, let's get round here. We need to go straight on here, and the stop's just up the road. Ooh, church bells ringing. Oh, this is the one we have to go up and round the roundabout, isn't it? Church bells are ringing 12 o'clock. Just to remind everybody that I'm supposed to be there around about now. Hello passengers, I won't be a moment. I've just got to turn round up here and I'll be right with you. We apologise for the slight delay. This was caused by an inordinate number of traffic lights in Freiburg. But we're here now. That's what counts. Okay. Okie dokie. So all we want to know is, did they have a ticket or did they buy a ticket? Okay, Beatrice, are you on my list? I don't really see you. Well, that's strange. Constance to München. I'm going to take you. I think you're fine. Constance to München, Elissa. You are, that's fine. That's 2. Excuse me. Dortmund? No, sorry. Constance to München. Lena, yep. No. You do have to look for the right bus, you're right. Timor, that'll be 4. That's 5. Kino, that's 6. Carla, that's 7. Neo, that's 8. Adam, that's 9. This guy here, that's 10. Excuse me. Right, that's 11. Is there anybody else? Nope, that's it. Okay. So we had 11 who already had the tickets, which will be that one, and nobody bought a ticket. Okay. Should still be getting a nice profit, I would have thought. Oh yes, 412. Surprised me it's that much, but there you go. Okay, that's fine. So we won't need to skip time because we were actually late getting here. Take a break has come up, but we'll stop at some services along the way because there are plenty. See if we get a police check and combine it with one. I thought you were going to let me go, mate, but clearly you weren't. If I go as far to say, clearly nobody is. I'm going to try and nudge my way out. It's given us quite a lot of time to do. We've got about 4 hours to do this. It shouldn't take that long. They will not let you out. Thank you, that guy back there. The AI does not like letting you pull out bus stops. It really doesn't. Lots of horns blasting, I'm not surprised. So 4 hours seems generous to do this. We should be able to do it in that time without any real problems if we can get out of Constance and on the main road, get our foot down. We shouldn't have too many problems, hopefully. Famous last words they are. But we'll cross our fingers and hope. Can't cross my legs and hope because then my feet will be on the wrong pedals and it'll be complete chaos. Okay, hopefully we'll be out of Constance soon. I think this is just where you have to go around the block because of the bus stop. And once you get out of here, I think you get back on the main road. So it takes a little while to just get round the block and back out. I think once we're around there, we should be in business, hopefully. Mind you, we're speeding slightly, so let's not do too much of that. We've been avoiding speeding tickets quite well for a while now. Should never say things like that either, but we have been. We haven't had Wi-Fi or restroom problems either, so that'll probably come up any minute. Okay, let's try and get out. Okay, let's see what we can do. Question is, whereabouts should we make the stop? I don't really think it matters. We're 286 from Munchen, so if we get down to 130, 120, anytime then or soon after, hopefully there'll be some services and we'll stop around there. Maybe even 150 actually. Don't think it'll be an issue. Can't remember what time it was due by, but don't think that's a major problem either. The thing is, because of the crash, this got timed back to a 10 o'clock start when it should have been later, because it should have just continued from where we were at the bus stop, but unfortunately Fernbus crashed, had to restart from the main menu, and therefore it chucks you back to the depot at 10 o'clock, and I forgot to change the time, so we started out at 10 o'clock. Hey ho. Not to worry, it doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, that's the first lot of services. Unless there's a police stop, I'm not intending stopping there. Given it did restart at 10 o'clock, the rest stop should be 2 o'clock, come to think of it. And that's about an hour and a quarter away. So, try and do the stop somewhere around there. If we can. It's relatively straightforward at the moment. Is that the same lake we saw going into Constance? It could be. It's a big lake. Looks like it's got an entire city on an island. As it's the other side of the lake, possibly. Maybe it's a river. Maybe it's not a lake, maybe it's a river. Don't know, difficult to say. Little farm vehicle over the other side there. Not seen many of them around before. Maybe that's because it's July. Might be you start to get different things because of the time of year, I don't know. We will see as time progresses. One thinks in the middle of winter you could get snowy, icy conditions, which could be a challenge. Okay, so we're coming up on 1 o'clock, so really services any time would be fine. We've still got a couple of 100 kilometres to go. 3 hours to do it, we should be fine. As long as I follow the right route, find some services somewhere and make the rest stop, we should be okay. München and Augsburg straight on. I'm hoping that crash was a one-off because it seems okay now. Hoping it will stay that way. And as I say, it's very rare it's ever done that. I mean, any program can crash occasionally. But I've certainly not known Fernbus do a lot of that, I've got to say. For all its faults, and there are some, I don't think it's bad. For a long distance coach simulator, I quite like it, I have to say. So, now where? München is straight on. Which means I need to get out here. Okay. So we're getting on towards 1:15 now, so if I see some services, I'm definitely going to pull over for a rest. Anytime it's on offer. Bearing that in mind, I'm going to sort of move over this way a bit. So I'm in the right hand lane, ready to stop at the services if they come up. And there are some coming. And that will do nicely. I can only assume that the services are up here. Make sure I find the entrance correctly. Oof. Oh, this is a fun road into a service, isn't it? Wow, okay. Okay, so where's the rest area? Further down it says. Oh, on the left down here, I can see it. Traffic light? Really? Okay, so it should be at the end here. Always the same place. Okay, there we go. Open the doors, turn the engine off. There you go, passengers, you can have a rest. 15 minutes, please. Okay, check they're all back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Excellent. Passengers checked. Rest stop done. Munchen, here we go. Okay, passengers. Barring any police checks, should be straight to Munchen. Okay. So 165 kilometres to go. Shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. We should have time to do it. Hopefully we won't be late reaching Munchen. Hope not. It doesn't seem like we should be, so... Well, that's a police stop sign up ahead, I think. If I'd have known, of course, I wouldn't have stopped at that services. I would have come down here and stopped to this one, but I couldn't know. So now we're going to have to stop here anyway. Let's hope it's the only one. Oh, the police are right here. We're close to the entrance this time. See if all our passengers have got their seat belts on. Yes, they have. Excellent, all 19 of them. Wow. I mean, 19 is more than we normally have on the bus, so to have all 19 of them with their seatbelts on, quite surprising, but there you go. More traffic. There's actually traffic when you're coming out of the services, which normally there isn't. So that suggests it might be a bit busier because it's Friday. Could be. I thought I was going to get past him very easily, but now I'm not so sure. I think I might pull in behind him. Try and move across towards the right anyway. ones down here. Oh, naturally he's going to move in front of me. I don't mind you doing that, as long as you don't go too slowly, mate. But I think I've got plenty of time anyway. See if we can get past him. Still 100 kilometres to go. Thought for once I'd put the cruise control on and rest me right foot for a little bit. Another services. Hopefully not. Oh, it is another police stop, would you believe it? You really need to stop me again. It's just been done. Ho hum. Probably can get every services now. I'm not sure how many more there are, probably only one more. Your mate just did this. The answers are probably going to be the same, mate. Yep. A bit of a waste of time. There you go. There's a nice looking restaurant-y place there. Okay, see if we get any more, hopefully not. I still think we've got time to do this comfortably. Okay, 57 kilometres, well over an hour to do it. It's not so much the time of the police stops, it's the fact that you get two straight after each other. I mean, is there any point? Your mate just did it. But there you go. Clearly they're not talking to each other. His mate radioed him and said, "I just stopped that coach." He'd know he hadn't got a bother to do it, I guess. Anyway, okay, Munchen is off to the right by the look of things. It's an airport on the signpost, but I don't think the airport's in the game. As far as I know, the only airport in the game is Frankfurt. It'd be nice if we had more airports. I think Frankfurt Airport's quite cool actually, especially with its two levels and everything. Alright. It's fine. And off to the right again very shortly, which must take us straight into Munchen, surely. Okay, we're due there at 16:03, and it's now 15:06, well, nearly an hour, so shouldn't have an issue. Yeah, I think there'll be traffic lights here. It's the usual configuration when you come off one of those turns, is a set of traffic lights shortly afterwards. Okay, this has been quite a good journey up until now, so come on AI, don't let me down now. There's the petrol station. As this will be the last run today, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to have to start the game from scratch tomorrow anyway, so from the main menu at least, so it doesn't really make very much difference, I don't think. I was thinking our next route might be to start connecting some of our hubs to Frankfurt Airport, so we could do a route which goes München to Frankfurt Airport to Cologne. It'd be quite a long route, but not many stops, and would connect two hubs in one route to the airport, which might be a good idea. I'll think about that. An email come in again and get the box pop up, which I'm not quite sure why. Okay, under our bridge. So at the moment we're about half hour early, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, what I might do, once we drop the passengers off and before I log out, try and go back to that fuel station and see if I can refuel, come back to the stop and then log out. Can I then save the game though? I'm not sure. Could save it just before I log out, couldn't I? Just before you hit log out on the phone, save the game, load it back in at that point tomorrow, and then just log out the phone. And theoretically that would save us having to go back to the depot. Possibly. Whoop. Oh mate. So the problem is once you log out it brings up the debrief screen and then you've got no choice but to load a route or go back to the main menu. You can't save, there's no option to save the game at that point it seems. So I think you got to do it before you log out the phone. That's what I think. Okay, so down the end here to our stop at München ZOB again. Oh, the buses aren't here at all this time. That proves they move. They're both gone.
Da kann sich die Bahn echt mal ein Beispiel nehmen.
Yes, you're right, mate. The railway should take a leaf out of this book. Okay. So they're all out and they've got their bags. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to confirm in the spreadsheet that we were on time. Okay. Save that so that we don't lose anything there. Right, what I'm now going to do, instead of logging out, I'm going to try and go to the petrol station. Although I don't technically need to, because we've still got half a tank, I'm going to. And I'm going to see if I can work out where I need to go to get to it. So if I go out of here, turn right again, and right again. So it looks like 3 rights will get me there. Out of here, turn right, turn right, turn right. It looks like 3 rights will get me there. Let's try that. You're relatively close to it. We'll see it on the sat nav anyway. All we then got to do is find the entrance to the fuel station, of course, but we'll see if we can work this out. Trying to do this at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, game time, is possibly not the best time to do it, but right, so it looks like it must have been right out of there, up here. The previous route is still in the sat-nav, and if we came in past the fuel station, which I think we did, we're therefore going to go back to it now. With a bit of luck and a fair wind. Come on, guys. Okay, so back onto the bridge. Ah, there it is coming up on the sat-nav. So it's just to the right down here. And then theoretically the route in the sat-nav will bring us back to the bus stop. So it should be quite easy. See if this works. Okay, now it looks like the fuel station is here, so it looks like I've got to turn in here. And once you're turned in, if you just drive up to this marked area and come to a stop, put it in neutral, turn the engine off, and there you go, you can now refuel. And it will show you a fuel price, but it's of little use to Fernbus because there's no economy, but nevertheless it shows you. And whether there's any way we can do anything with that, I'm not sure yet. First off, let's just try and get refueled. Okay, so we have refueled. Now we've just got to see if we can get out of here. And I think the only way we're going to do it is to follow what it says on the sat-nav, which entails getting out there and turning left. He seems to be letting me go. They definitely are not. This is where it doesn't help when they won't let you into the traffic. You see, ideally I would like to get onto the other side of the road, but I'm not sure that's going to be possible. Well, potentially, I suppose you could. Because I think if I follow the route marked in the sat-nav, I'll be going back out of München, so I probably do need to go left here. Let's indicate left and see if we can find a way to do it. He's not going to let me do anything. Neither are they. Ah, there's a gap. Right. There's a gap coming that way now. Okay, so with a bit of luck, by swinging round there, should have resolved that and get us back to the bus stop. So that is how you refuel. If you asked Fernbus, it would probably say we're late now because we haven't logged out of the phone, but we weren't late, our passengers had gone absolutely ages ago. They could be on other buses going somewhere else by now. Or gone off for their tea or whatever. Who knows? So the ZOB is just up the road to our left again. A route we're well familiar with by now. I can get this fueling and saving procedure right so I don't have it kicking me to the main menu. I can avoid going back to depots all the time. And we can start from where we finished, which is pretty much what should happen really. Be the ideal situation anyway. Okay. Okay, so let's see if... Looks like some of my passengers are still there. Why are you still standing around, people? Why don't you just go? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is save the game. Okay, now what did that save it as? Stuttgart, it won't be Stuttgart, it'll be Freiburg to München, it'll be that one it just saved. Okay, so Freiburg to München is what we need to load tomorrow. That's fine. That's okay. Right, so now I should be able to log out. So, fine. So that's done. So I will see you next time when we will possibly think about these airport connections. Okay, see you then. Take care. Bye now.